I used to think that finding the perfect product was the most important part of Amazon FBA private label or Shopify dropshipping, whatever it is. If you have that secret weapon product that everyone wants, you're going to sell really well. And that's true. If you have a really high level opportunity product where there's very few people selling it, a very hungry crowd that wants this certain thing, even a knucklehead can make a lot of money selling that product. All you have to do is list it, and already just by the action of listing it and having the thing, you're going to sell a lot of it. For instance, if you were selling toilet paper 3 years ago, you would have made an incredible amount of money just by having toilet paper. That doesn't make you a really high quality seller. You were just in the right place at the right time. So if we want to consistently grow our e-commerce businesses and consistently get better, finding markets, identifying opportunities, growing brands in those places large enough to get acquired, rinse and repeat, then we need to figure out exactly what a real opportunity looks like and how to provide an immense amount of value in a specific space so that no matter what the competition is like, no matter what the market size is like, you're able to establish authority in that space. So I had to redesign how I thought about finding products, because when you switch from just Amazon private label and looking up, product research videos to finding an area where you're actually going to build a brand and a product line around a specific customer so that you can continue to acquire customers that continue to use your products and compound that growth instead of needing to find a new product every time, you need to adapt a new product research / market research methodology. And the book that helped me the most with that at a beginner level was 12 Months to $1 Million. And these are actually some action steps from that book. And I want to say they're in chapter 3 that I kind of reworded / slightly customized to fit Amazon, but also just elaborated on what some of it means. So this would be a great place to start. If you are just trying to start your first brand, this was something that really helped me. So maybe it'll help you. I'm not sure. Who is your customer? That's the first thing you really need to figure out, right? Because we can't design a brand. We can't design a line of products until we know who we're designing them for. As soon as I put something in this field, now I can design something for that person. So if I put golfer, okay, now I know what I need to say for question 2 when it comes to what do they already buy. So list everything this person buys. If you can't list at least 3, you're in the wrong market. The reason for that is you want to have the ability to upsell your customers and get them to move through a sales funnel, through a line of products, not just one thing that they buy once and then they're done. So no matter what you put here, it could be golfer, fisherman, it could be makeup artist, right? You're going to have different answers to the following questions based on what you put in here. And my goal when I was starting out doing this method was to do this 10 times and pick my favorite. So even when I was doing product research, I used to love to build lists of products, pick my favorite, and then do that one. Because then you're triangulating, right? You're looking at a bunch of opportunities and picking the best. You're not just finding the first thing that jumps off your screen and doing that. So this is where I would start. This is step 1. Go buy 12 Months to $1 Million. I have no affiliation to that book, but it is going to sum it up better in 200 pages than I possibly could at the moment about how to pick your market, what you should be looking for. If not, take a quick look at these questions here and just use some of this, right? So these are really the big takeaways from that book, in my opinion, would be answering these questions before you move on to building your brand. Who is your customer? What is their need? What do they buy? List at least 3 things. And then which product do you want to focus on? This is going to be what I call your keystone product, okay? So when you are picking your first product, it should be the one that branches out into all the other ones. So if we were going to draw like a spider graph, it's at the middle of the spider web, and then the webbing goes out to the other ideas from there. So if I was going to start a fishing brand, it's like, okay, maybe fishing rod is the first one. And it's like, what do you need on a rod? You need a reel. It's like, what do you need on a reel? You need a line. And then like, what do you need for the rod? You need a case. What do you need for the case? You need a sleeve to go in the case. So that one is your keystone or your like centerpiece product that you would focus on to create a great design of, or create a unique offer that they haven't already seen in that space. And we'll be talking about your offer in a little bit here. So just have some patience and we'll get right to that. Does your customer buy similar products in the market, or is this just a one-off product? So what I mean by that is, do they buy similar products to the keystone product? That's how you know you're picking the right one. So if rod doesn't go anywhere, it just ends, okay, then maybe you picked the wrong keystone product. So that's just a bit of guidance for which product you should be picking. Where does your customer get their information and what kind of content suits them? This is really important because this is going to help you to locate where your customers are already congregating. Most of the time, you don't have to go out into the broad sea of 7 billion people and just find customers. Usually, these types of people already are going to be congregated in areas where they enjoy surrounding themselves with other people who are like them or content that is made for them. How will you get predictable sales and repeat customers? So Amazon's a great place to start. But how are you going to take control of your audience? So ideally, Amazon is a really cool place to go, hey, if you want 1 or 2 day shipping and you want a reliable place to go place an order that everyone's heard of, go here. If not, let's try and form our own website and go direct to consumer so that we can start owning the traffic, right? We don't own the traffic that comes to us on Amazon. Amazon owns that traffic. If we can start building a list, getting them to purchase from us privately on our own websites, and then marketing to them, getting them to come back to us because we're providing exceptional value, exceptional service, and we continue to design new products for that customer, that's really going to be the gold mine opportunity within e-commerce is owning traffic, owning them on your own website, etc. Now, moving on to how do you actually go from here? Okay, I've picked a person, I've filled this out. Now what, Paul? Well, I would vet the size of your market. That would be the next thing that I would do. And we could do that from a book called Choose by Ryan Levesque. I've gone over this before, so I'm not going to spend a ton of time on this. However, you put improved memory, beekeeping, leadership skills, and orchid care into Google Trends in the compare section. And you could do this. Let me just show you what that would look like if you had a blank one, because none of yours is going to look like mine because I've already done it. So if you had Google Trends open, you're going to do orchid care, search that. And then once you search that, you'll have the ability to add a compare option. Make sure that you go past 5 years and you're not looking at 1 year because 1 year is not enough data. We need 5 years. And we're going to keep it on United States for this one. So then we're going to add beekeeping, etc. And you're going to add the rest of them, which are going to be improved memory and leadership skills. And this is going to help you niche down because look what happens if I just put golf. It's going to just flatten everything. It's so big that it's unreasonable, right? You're like, wait, where did everything else go? It's this flat line way down here. It goes to show you just how big golf is and why you would get drowned out by everyone in that market. However, if we did, so this brand's going to specialize in all things snake plant. Maybe it's, soil fertilizer, it's pots and different watering systems and lights. Okay, this is a little small as of 2019, but in the last 3 years, it's actually gotten to the point where this might be a good place to start in soon because it's a growing market. If we look at snake plant care over the last, from 2004 until the present, 18 years, we can see that it is growing and it'll probably continue to break through this. Now, here's the interesting thing with improved memory, beekeeping, leadership skills, and orchid care is they are evergreen. So they have never died. And even 18 years ago, they were popular searches that would serve as a good point to compare your market to. So that's why still in 2022, we can use that as an example. So once you create, your search term in here that is comparable and within the proper range of market size, we're going to move over to Magnet by Helium 10. Now, if you don't have Helium 10, there's a link in the description. It is an affiliate link. It's a great way to support the channel. It's also a great tool that you're going to need along your process of selling on Amazon and being an e-commerce seller. So win-win. And I would put your new thing in there. So snake plant care, you've already vetted that this is a customer that you can serve. So snake plant parent, snake plant owner, person looking to, improve the life of their snake plant, etc. And come through here and look at all the actual real search term data related to snake plants from Amazon.com. So if we come in here, there's one thing that we would want to do. Phrases containing snake plant. So it has to contain snake plant. So now snake plant has 23,000. Snake plant live, so people actually wanting to buy a live snake plant, 8,000 people. So let's look at that really quick. Is there anyone selling live snake plants? So if we come in here, we can actually see that that live snake plant makes $20,000 per month. Next one down makes actually $68,000 per month. And then this one with this horrible little listing that looks like it was taken with a phone is making $4,000 per month, right? But this is the process. So don't get too caught up on this exact example. This is the process that I would follow. And keep in mind that most of the times when I'm doing this, it's going to take me a week or longer to narrow down to the actual thing that I want to do or find the exact opportunity. Let's talk about the perfect opportunity and how to structure an offer in that space. So when I get to the point where I've picked my customer and I've picked what I think I should sell to them, in this case, let's say it's snake plant owners and then it's real snake plants. Okay, let's just go there. So these are people who like snake plants who want to buy more of them. That's our ideal customer. Okay, what is the most unique thing that we can do for this customer? These offers aren't great. It's exactly what they're looking for. So it's just meeting expectations. Can we 10x expectations? Can we provide so much value that we can charge more, earn more in profit, and sell more units per month? Yes, 100% we can. How would we do that? We would make the offer so good that they feel stupid saying no. Now, that principle of making offers so good that they feel stupid saying no is from an awesome book called $100 Million Offers by Alex Hormozi. I always like to source where I get my ideas and where I'm learning things from because there are some amazing resources. Alex owns acquisition.com. There's a free lead gen course that he has there. I would definitely check that out. Again, no affiliation, don't even know the guy, but his content has helped me majorly. And it inspires me to make useful content that should be, paid for, absolutely free for all of you here on YouTube. So I would include soil. I would include a plant care guide video tutorial that gets emailed to them after. So best practices in taking care of your plants from 3 influencers in the space that specialize in snake plants. I would also include a weekly newsletter about how to take care of snake plants. I would include a free trial size of fertilizer. I would include a ceramic pot and maybe we could stop there. If you did all of those things, then you came to Amazon, even if your product was $49.99, which most of those things don't cost you money. The video may cost you money three times because you have to pay 3 influencers for their time to help you make that video, pay for some expert advice, and then maybe make the thing look very pretty, get it done, get it edited by some people if you don't know how to do that. Okay, maybe you're $2,000 in the hole with the video. Okay, once you've done that, it's completely scalable because there's no reordering of that thing is now made. So it's infinitely scalable. Okay, let's go to the trial size of fertilizer. Well, if you're doing a trial size of fertilizer for snake plants, that probably means that you also sell a big size of fertilizer. So if people love that fertilizer and they notice their snake plant grows because of it, they're now going to come back to you and spend more money later on. So that 50 cents little thing that you included might have just made you another $16, like a 90% profit on an upsell a month down the road when they want to come back to you and buy it, especially if they signed up for the newsletter where they just got an email from you saying, hey, we're doing 10% off of fertilizer. I noticed that you purchased our first product that included the bundle with the fertilizer. If you liked it, here's a coupon code for you to get some more of it. Do you see how all of this is starting to fit together? You're finding a very specific customer with a very specific need. You're vetting whether that market is big enough to support a 6-figure per month brand. You're doing keyword research using Helium 10 to figure out exactly what customers already want in that place. And then you're coming over to Amazon to get real sales data about how well companies are already doing there. So you can look at their price structure, come up with an offer that's infinitely better than theirs, and then list in the same place where they're already listing. And then on top of that, get the customers that you're collecting emails for sent over to your website where you're making sales at an even higher profit margin than you are on Amazon. That's going to do it for today's video. Thank you so much for tuning in to this video. I will see you in the next one. Later.